Hi there. I'm going to show you a cute little trick that you can do with any of your Chisimba powered sites. So if you're using the Kim website, for example, or if you're using our e-learning platform or any of our sites that are powered by Chisimba at WITS, you can do this. You may have noticed that on a lot of my pages in my blog, for example, I include rich content. Here it's overextending the margin of the browser because I've made the browser window small enough to capture a screen. Normally you wouldn't see that. You would see something like this. But because I'm shrinking the size of the browser to capture the screen, you'll see some kind of little bit weird artifacts of the small size of the window. But nevertheless, you get a sense that often I put rich content in my blog postings, and one of the sources of rich content that I use in my blog postings is YouTube. Now, there's a lot of video material on YouTube that can be beneficial from the point of view of illustrating a concept or introducing a concept. A lot of universities actually have some of their lectures on YouTube, and it's surprising what a rich resource it is for teaching and learning, or for just making information generally available. So I use YouTube videos sometimes when I want to illustrate a concept. Saves me having to write a whole lot of stuff when the content is already there. If you look, you'll see that my blog also contains slide presentations, audio files, and there's also occasionally you'll see something like this, which is actually a Aperture multimedia insertion. It takes about maybe 3-4 minutes to do a really interesting multimedia insertion using Aperture. And then slide share presentations is another thing that you'll find that I use quite a bit of, and all sorts of other kinds of content, including web widgets and so on. Here's a Google Groups widget, which is off to the side here, but what I'm going to tell you about today is a concept that in Chisimba we call filters. And basically what a filter does is it allows you to take content or functionality from within your own site, within your own Chisimba site, or from somewhere else on the internet, and use it. And there are filters for almost anything. And if a site provides you a little code snippet, we don't even need to know anything about it. There will be a filter for inserting it. So let's just get started. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my blog editor and say write a new post. So I'll click here on the left hand side where it says write a new post. Now let's imagine that I want to post about something that I think will be interesting to WITS people. Well, one of the things that I'm working on right now is digital archiving and archiving in general, something that we need to do something about at WITS. So let's see whether there's anything on YouTube about digital archive. Digital archives. Okay, let's see what YouTube finds about digital archives. CBC archives, playlist for digital archives, CBC archives, Buster Keaton, 1964, silent movie. Let's see. It's not quite what I was looking for. Let's look for digital archiving and preservation. Probably I'm not going to find anything because this is just too specialized. Okay, here we go. Digital preservation, challenges and benefits, part 1. And part 3, there must be some other parts as well. Archive, the indigenous webinar, digital preservation, challenges and benefits, part 2. Okay, let's look at digital preservation, challenges and benefits, part 1. It's a 9-minute and 50-second video. which is probably about as long a video as you want to embed in a blog anyway. People don't watch for much longer than that. So here we go.
Good afternoon.
Now we won't listen to this. Digital preservation challenges and benefits. It's from a conference. But what you'll notice, now I'm going to move the browser window down a little bit so you can see my window here, my link window, YouTube, watch, and there you can see there's a code, V equals something, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to select all of that, Control A to select everything. Normal keyboard shortcuts you'd use on Windows or Linux or Mac or anything, I suppose. Control A to select everything, Control C to copy. Now I'm just going to move the browser back up again so you can see what I'm doing better. Go back to your blog window, to your blog edit window, and type in a title. So let's say that it is Challenges and Benefits of Digital Preservation. Okay, now we're going to go down here and we're going to type one of our filters. And the filter is like this, YouTube, and it's wrapped in square brackets. I don't know if you can see that. Square brackets around the word YouTube. Now we're going to paste the link that we copied from the browser window, and we're going to type a square bracket /YouTube. Now you can't have any fonts or anything inside those filters. They have to be just plain text. If you view the source of the page by clicking on source, you can see that YouTube and /YouTube have nothing inside them. You also can't have any fonts or highlighting or hidden characters or anything inside the actual URL for obvious reasons. That just won't work. Okay, so now let's go back to the YouTube video and see what it says about it. Electronic Word, we created paper world, and this one is part 1. And let's just put the title into the excerpt for now because we're not going to do anything else with it. All these other things, your categories and things like that, I'm not going to worry about that here because that's not what this is about. All I want to do is show you how to use the filter to insert a YouTube video. That looks pretty straightforward, right? So you have, let's just review it one more time, YouTube in square brackets, and it's all in uppercase. The uppercase is important. The URL that you copied from the browser navigation window, and square bracket /YouTube, close square bracket. It's pretty straightforward. All of the Chisimba filters look very similar. There's a square bracket, the name of the filter, something else, a closed square bracket, and it ends with an open square bracket, a slash, and the name of the filter, and then a closed square bracket. Okay, so let's do that. Let's save. All going well. When we save, you'll have a blog post with the video in it, and it took you only a few seconds to do. Of course, it will take a little while for that to load, and there we go. There's our video. Simple, easy, no hassle. That's the beauty of Chisimba filters, and you can put a lot of rich content in your blogs and other content pages using this technique. What's interesting about filters as well is that they work with most of the Chisimba tools, not all of them, but most of them. So you can use that in a blog, you can use it in an e-learning course content page, you can use it in an assignment, you can use it in a worksheet, you can use it in a multiple choice quiz, You can use it in the discussion forum. You can use it in the internal email to send a video to someone so they can just watch it right then and there instead of having to go to the site and look, etc. Filters are very powerful. There's even a filter that allows you to embed the entire YouTube interface if you want to, but we'll come to that perhaps another time. For now, enjoy.